Hello, Big Dog here. Back in the night village again. Decided to make another video just to show some of the new strategies I've been trying to learn and execute. Um, so up here are my three accounts. Um, so Quoth, which I'm going to show you the replays from, is at 38.28, and he's a bit lower down, mainly because he's like my experimental account, the one that I try strategies out on before I dare use them on my two more pushing accounts. So Harry, who's in night mode, Clash 3 at 4107, and Big Dog at 4485. All free to play, with the caveat that actually last night I got drunk on Big Dog, and when I was at 4600 or so trophies, I did spend $50 worth of gems and gemmed my roaster up a few levels and finished my barbs. The irony being that the first time I spent money on the Night Village, I then proceeded to lose 300 trophies, partly because I was drunk, partly because I was just coming up against max bases and good players that high. Anyway, I've clawed 100 of them back now, um, so that's where I am. And I've primarily done that using baby drags and getting normally high one stars, so 70 to 80% one stars, and then using a base that will defend a 2-star. Obviously getting 2 stars as well, but the reason why I'm calling this video Beyond Baby Dragons is because once you get up to that trophy level, you are facing max bases, and when you face max bases, baby dragons aren't really going to work. You're going to get lower 1 stars, and against good attackers, they're always, or a lot of the time, they're going to be getting either high percentage 1 stars or 2 stars. So it becomes much more of a 2-star game, and against max bases or higher bases, you need to use a different strategy. So that's what I've been trying out. I've got on this account. I've got barbs, archers, and minions maxed. Hero isn't maxed. So I've been trying out variations of barbs, archers, and bombers. And they're the attacks I want to show today. So let's have a look. We'll just go through some of these. And just pause the base. So this is a very common base. You'll see this base a lot. This was the base they said you couldn't 2-star. I don't know why they called it that. I invariably could smash this with baby drags, and very high percentage of getting the 2-star. This time I'm doing it with archers, just to show how to do it with archers. So this obviously isn't anywhere near a max base, but this would work equally on a max base. And the reason why you use archers on a max base is the same metric. So the number of archers you need to kill a defense is the same, be it level 4 defense or max defense. So you can use the same number of archers to kill off a max base. So here I'm just picking out the unprotected structures and the 1 archer structures just to get my percentage up. Once I've done that, I'll start to, I think I'm going to attack from this. If you look at this left hand quadrant here with the air defense in, I'm going to try and clear that out, and then this is going to be a late battle machine, so path in and take out the town hall as kind of the last thing that happens. So again, just patiently sprinkling archers in. Mortar does not one kill the archers unless I think it's max. So, obviously against groups of archers, the mortar can be pretty devastating, but against single archers like this, even when they're uncloaked, it can survive 1 mortar hit, and we'll see in a later attack why that's important. So now you can get through to the defences, so 2 onto the double cannon, and take out the firecrackers there as well. I can get up to the cannon in the north there, so drop 2 on him. And then there's that, because that arch tower's on short range, I just take out the one at the top here, because that would take out my archer down here, as it does. So I just need to take that out before I can put an archer down to break through the wall. Now I can break through the wall. The thing about doing this is you've got to watch the clock as well. So one of the things that can happen is you get so carried away deploying these archers, kind of watching them, what they do. You've got to be sensitive to time, because the 3 minutes can disappear quite quickly. So again, starting to get conscious of time now. I want to take out these air bombs and ideally the crusher, so that the battle machine will path in, take out the archer, and then straight on the town hall. So drop the battle machine because I was running out of time. Obviously that crusher is more or less dead, actually does die before the archers go. And then now he's on the town hall or builder's hall, and not much pressure on him in terms of point defense. Gets the ability again and straight through for a very high percentage 2-star, and that is going to win. That is going to win 90% of the time at any level, really, as long as you've got a running a decent base. Right, we don't want to watch it again. Let's come out. So that was one way to beat that base with all archers. Let's have a look at a few different attacks. Again, just pause and have a look at the base. So this is Bomb Barch. This is an attack that a lot of the top players use in Night Mode Clash. It does take a bit more skill. One of the problems I find is just the bombers, just getting them to go where I want and not letting them die out. But the strategy here is obviously to clear out as much of this as we can with the bombers, and then clear a path to the builders hall with the archers, and send in the battle machine at the end, or I believe that's what I do. So broken open the wall there with one bomber. One thing the barbs are very good at is taking out the CC. So just sprinkling a few in to take out those outlying structures, not spamming all of the barbs in at once, because I am conscious of bombs. Obviously a big bomb is going to take out all of the barbs. There goes a big bomb. That spring trap, push trap actually helped. Obviously as well, very wary of the crusher. That is just going to wipe out my barbs as well. So all the barbs are down now, and bomber is kind of opening up the base. So now we just want to obviously take out the crusher and make a path so that when I drop the builder's machine, he's going to go as directly to this builder hall as possible to pick up a 2-star. So only 3 archers left that were able to take out the army camp and critically this roaster, because otherwise the battle machine is just going to path to that. Now it looks like there's a direct path to the Tesla. I'll just pick up that army camp for a bit of extra percentage. So, and again, you've got to be really careful what tile you drop this on. The amount of times I've thought I've got a perfect path to the town hall, drop the battle machine, and he's gone off. So it's important that you clear that direct route to the builder hall. But we've got a 75% health battle machine on the town hall, builder's hall, with an ability. He's going to go through, and again another high percentage 2-star, which is going to win most of the time. Little bomber's going to come through. I don't think he's going to do any more damage, so we'll back out of that one. Two more, all slightly different strategies, I believe. Yeah, so this one, before you've seen the builder, the battle machine go in late to pick up the town hall. This one, the battle machine is really just going to tank for my bombers and my barch, or my barbs, and I'm going to try and pick off the town hall with my archers. So line of bombers down just to kind of open up this wall, make as big an entry point as possible. Sprinkle in the barbs with the battle machine just to try and take all of these defences out in a line up to the builder hall. Again, the crushers aren't in the way here, so get quite a lot of value from the barbs. Bombers are still up as well. And there was very little risk of bombs there if you look at how it was set up. All the defences were packed together, so quite a lot of value from the bombers. Actually, they take out all of the walls, and as you can see, I've already got archers coming in behind to clear that path to the town hall. Now again, I've only got 5 archers left, and there's 1 on the town hall already. He is going to come under mortar fire though. Like I said, you can see that he can survive 1 round of mortars. So once you can see that, again, you've got to be really careful where you drop the archers to make sure they do path into the town hall. But I'm able to pick up that town hall and have archers to spare. So again, looking at these single hit structures, I can pick up some more percentage with those once the builder hall is down. And yeah, I think we finish on 65. Yep, 65% 2-star. Again, that's going to win most battles. Final one is, so it's kind of a diamond base. Can just pause. So bomb arch again, as you can see here. So that bomber is free. It's going to be it's unprotected, so it can break open the wall here. And again, little risk of bombs. Could be small bombs. The only real place for a big bomb would be there. It's unlikely it's going to be there. I'm not really sure whether I go early battle machine or late battle machine here, so let's watch and find out what I did. But again, the bomber is actually going to start taking out some of the structures that I would normally use kind of archers to kill. So again, can see that it's unprotected there. So I can put the bombers down to kind of do double duty, to take the walls and to create the funnel. Now in come the barbs, tentatively at first, just to make sure there's no nasties there. Yeah, and again, the first real threat that they're going to meet are these crushers at the back. Fairly late battle machine, so we're going to go and try and kill the tunnel, build a hall with the archers. Don't get a huge amount of value from the battle machine here actually. Probably could have done with putting him in with the barbs, but he does clear up 1 crusher, takes out a Tesla, and takes half the health off that roaster. So now 8 archers left to get the town hall, build a hall. We'll get it right eventually. So push up doesn't do much, actually helps me. Able to take out the cannon there, and because he's got this archer on short range, that's very good for archers, because it means that that can come in now unprotected and take out the clock tower. 5 archers left to get the town hall, build a hall. How am I going to do it? Well, that arch tower is half health, so 1 archer may get it down. Leaves me with 4. Now normally you'd need 4 to take out a builder hall, but as you can see here, the only thing really in range that's going to cause me trouble is that roaster. So if I can clear out the firecrackers and the roaster, just drop 1 on the roaster there, because it's already half health from what the bat machine did. Now once I've taken those 2 defenses out, we're in a scenario where it's only the mortar that's going to be hitting the archers. So 2 archers actually can take out the builder hall here, as they will take it down to about half health before the cloak disappears. That mortar is going to get off his shots, but it will not kill the archers, and by the time it's reloaded, that builder hall's gone down. So yeah, again, another 68% 2-star. So this is the kind of strategy that I'm trying to learn. Obviously I need to get my troops up a bit. it does take a lot more skill, obviously, than just kind of spamming baby drags. But when you're getting up to max bases, this is kind of the attack I've got to use. So need more practice. It's a bit hit and miss for me at the minute. But yeah, that's the attack beyond baby drag. So mass archers, bomb arch, late battle machine, early battle machine, depending on the base. That's all for now. I'll see you next time.